I don't want to be judged, but I am the perfect example of why you should measure 10 times and cut once, okay? Because I didn't measure shit. I just went for it. And now we're here. Sad, depressed, with cuts on our fingers. And you know what? I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear nothing from nobody about why. But let's get this video started. So, hey guys, how's it going? It's your boy. And today, we are fixing an oil pan leak from your lower pan gasket. So, I'm gonna show you guys how to change the gasket and how you shouldn't be a dumbass like myself. Okay? So, if that sounds interesting, let's get right into the video. So, first of all, ignore this. Ignore all of it. You're gonna start off by lifting the car up, draining the oil, and getting yourself ready. So, let's go put these band-aids on, some gloves on, and I will show you what you need to do. Or what I did, and why you shouldn't do it. Let's get to it. Okay, so let me tell y'all the story of why we're here, of why this happened. Let's make this quick. So, a couple weeks ago, I noticed some leakage coming from my oil pan. Easy fix enough, right? How to change the gasket. But your boy over here, wanting to be Superman, snapped the bolt that holds the oil pan together. So, enough being said, I used a torque wrench. That was a little bit too beefy for the job. And I couldn't get it to do the little click. So, I learned a valuable lesson about how you should just estimate it sometimes. It doesn't always have to be exact. So, with that getting out of my system, I'm going to show you what you need to remove any fake gasket, which would be gasket maker. It sometimes just looks like glue instead of actual gasket, right? And why you should use an actual gasket. So, let's get to it. Alright, so once you start draining the oil, like so, you're gonna want to have to grab your oil pan bolt. You want to start just popping that back in there. It's done. And you put you've drained up most of the oil, like pretty much wasn't dripping no more. Be careful, because this thing is still gonna have some oil on it. So keep the oil pan there. I'm gonna show you guys what to do. First, to remove, I think this is focusing. Okay. To remove these little bolts right here, 14 I believe. Nope, they're perfect size 10. The drain bolt is a size 14, so these perfect size 10. Before you take this off, you're gonna just want to loosen them up a little. You're gonna grab your ratchet. You're just gonna start loosening them up, just one by one. The sequence at which it comes out, or like the sequences that these are being made at, doesn't matter. Like the pattern doesn't matter right now, because you're just removing them, loosening them. You know what I mean? Ow. Next, the ones that are closest to the drain plug, which you want to remove first, okay? You might be wondering, why do I want to remove those first when you said it didn't matter? Well, it doesn't matter. What if you don't want to get oil all over yourself? This is a pretty darn good idea. Oh, thank God. I thought that's going to fall in the oil for a second. Make sure you keep all these little M6 bolts safe and secured. You don't really need to use this after a minute. You can actually take these off with your hand. but makes it easier, faster for me, and to be there with my hand, moving them around. Once these bolts are removed, we start taking this little third one off right here. So it doesn't slip because I got oil on my hands, right? I think it's faster. Okay, so the whole reason behind doing that was so that when you take this bolt back off, it's gonna start draining again. Actually, scratch that, because that's only gonna work if you have a real gasket, right? This is why it's working like that for me, since my gasket is soft right now. Ouch. It's actually going to start letting all the excess oil drip, which might not be the case for you guys, since if you guys have gasket maker thingy, it's basically gonna be glued on and you're gonna have to pry it out. So to do that, you're just gonna wanna come into this little ledge right here where the gasket connects to the oil pan and the upper oil pan, which is what I'm gonna call it because I think that's what it is. You're gonna have to grab a hammer or something heavy. Just kind of separate the glue from the rest of everything. Okay, so once you take your oil pan off and leave it there to drain for a bit, you're gonna find that this thing right here is where your gasket goes, right? So this right here, this gasket's brand new, but I'm gonna be changing it anyways, because once you tighten the bolts, it basically rips through these. So we need a new one, and this is just residue from that gasket maker. That's pretty much crap, and they put so much on it that it took forever to take off. So I want to show you guys how to remove the little excess, which I found a really good way earlier. So you're gonna take one of these green things to like scrub dishes, just run it through a couple times, and look, it's literally taking off all this gunk. I don't know if you can see this gunk right here. So literally, bam, gone, easy. So just a little trick. All right, so here is the lovely oil pan. As you can see, if you can see, yep, all of that is glue, right? Basically. So I scraped off most of it with a knife, and there's still parts done, or like still parts that have a bunch of it on. So you're gonna take your little scrubby that took the other ones off, amazing, and we're just gonna scrub around it. Don't press on it too hard, but just enough to like remove all this little glue. Cool. I'll show you guys what that looks like once it's done. Alright, so once most of that is taken off, we get to open our good old gasket. So the gasket runs around 10 bucks actually, so it's not that expensive, depending who you think it is. Depending on who you are asking, you know? At the end of the day, $10 is $10 for the perks of driving this slammed car. Look, the exact same material of the one I bought off eBay. Nothing wrong with that. Not eBay, Amazon, my bad. So, $2 more. But you can just go pick it up at your local automotive store. I recommend Advanced Auto, but that's just what I'm comfortable with. Goes on like that. Just put a bolt here and a bolt there. And just start screwing them back together so it doesn't move out of place. I'm sorry, but no matter what you do, this one is a dirty job. So regardless, you're going to make a mess. Put down a cardboard beforehand. I don't want to hear none of that. Oh, but you didn't tell us. I don't want to hear none of that whining, alright? Absolutely none of it. Bolt. Your pan with gasket on it. Just aim it in there beforehand. Start rolling her in there. Bam, bam. That's that. So, continue to do that hand tight all the way around. Alright, so now that they're all hand tight, what you want to do, since I'm not going to use that torque thing because I don't want to break these, you're just going to tighten them till it's nice and tight, and that's about it. Go in a pattern, try to go across because I couldn't find the pattern anywhere. And then bam, that's pretty much it. Make sure your drain plug's put back on. Put the oil back in, or if you bought a new one, put the new one in. Again, my oil was only in there for like 2 days before I just had to go and mess it up. So I'm just checking to see if everything's nice and tight. Don't over tighten it. Once you feel that it's tight, just go a little further, and that's it. That's the lesson I learned. Okay. Once it's there, it's there. Just leave it at that. You know. I will see you guys in the next one. Hope you enjoyed. Hope this was helpful. If you have any questions, leave them down in the comments below. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I'll catch you guys in the next one.